And action. Hello everyone, welcome to the Fusion Student Podcast. My name is Leif Anderson. Oh, hold up. And I am hosting. There you go. Let me just fix this. All right, so we got a new mic setup, so this should be a bit more clear, a bit more, the audio is going to be less editing. And then we also have a second mic with Lachlan right here, so you want to go say hi?
Second mic, hey.
It did work. Okay, so we got Logic Pro running and everything, and I think we are set. So anyways, welcome. We have quite a show planned for you today. It's just going to be me and Lachlan here. And we are going to be doing some amazing content, so let's just get straight into it. Hello, everyone. So this is a pre-recorded transition segment, if you will. So anyways, we are going to be having an interview first before the rest of the podcast continues with Stephanie. So she is the yoga and wellness teacher. She also does some private tutoring and another class, I believe, forgot what it was, but we are going to be having about a 10-minute interview with her to make a 30-minute podcast. So I hope you enjoy. And here is Stephanie.
All right.
Welcome to the Fusion Student Podcast interview special segment here. So this is going to be a pre-recorded segment on our pre-recorded podcast already, but this is with Stephanie. And so we probably just transitioned from a previous, podcast episode or whatever. But now we are going to be going here and talking to Stephanie. So Stephanie, could you go and introduce yourself, what subject you teach and all that?
Yeah, so...
You gotta go here a bit more.
A little closer?
Yeah, I can listen to the mic, yeah.
That better?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So my name is Stephanie. I'm a teacher here at Fusion. I teach wellness, health, the Phi-Ed classes. My favorite to teach is yoga, but I teach all of them. So, yeah, that's what I do here.
Nice. So, also I've been in one of your classes before. This was more like a, whatever it's called, kind of like this optional. We had this program, this wellness program. It was a while ago, actually. Mm-hmm. But basically, if you want to explain what that is, I can if you want to. Remember that 6-week thing or whatever?
Yes, yep. So we do a wellness class here for our senior, well, they have to take it to graduate, so they don't have to be a senior, but Leif was a part of our first kind of trial run of wellness. So there's 4 different elements, helping our students with kind of getting in touch with themselves, with being more mindful, with goals they have set for after they're done with their high school experience, and sort of ways they can tap into their inner resources to move them in the direction they want to go. And I, again, teach the sort of movement piece of that. So we did some yoga, we did some meditation, some breathing. Leif and I had a lot of sort of existential conversations, very philosophical.
I know, it was very cool, so I really enjoyed that part. It was amazing kind of, program that we went through and all of that, so I'm glad that we can share this on the podcast, of course, so very epic. So discretion, there were no Russian people present in the making of this podcast and, of course, in the wellness program. So, yes, if you have argument or you're going to complain, we will... We'll have that later. We'll deny. You will be hushed. You'll be hushed.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's basically it, I would say. So anyways, can you go and tell kind of what is the sort of normal rubric material that you would teach for one of your classes? Kind of how do you, for example, actually I was wondering this kind of about other Fusion teachers and stuff, but how do you organize and teach the rubric? It's all right. Freaking just got back from a Target run. I rushed back here it's freaking 10-minute walking distance away. So I did the horrible decision of being unprepared to come back. Anyways, though. So could you give me an example of what does Canvas or Fusion provide you, and how do you kind of gather it up and execute it?
So since yoga is my favorite class to teach, I'm just going to kind of go with that one as far as how... If that's okay?
Yeah.
With teaching that.
Just that one's cool.
Yeah. So really the resources that I get, I'll be real honest, as far as the yoga course, they're a little bit limited. It's more what I'm following in the rubric and what the students are aiming to learn, really. Not just the postures in yoga. So many people think it's that, but luckily here at Fusion, we also talk about the philosophy of yoga and the 8 limbs of yoga and why is it important to move your body? Why is it important to be mindful? And how do you get there? That's sort of what the class is set up to be. So from there, I go through books that I have at home, things that I've learned in my own studies. Sometimes I'll use meditations and things from YouTube or other teachers that I follow to help guide my students with the breath work, with guided meditations, things like that. And then we go to the yoga mat and we move and we stretch and we breathe and we get in touch with how body, mind, breath all work in tandem. And hopefully that helps them be a little bit more grounded and stable in their day. That's the goal.
Yeah, like definitely, I would say probably, are you kind of hoping, through your stuff, your teachings, I would say your teachings kind of sounds like you made like written a whole book. Usually that's when like teaching, but yeah, no, your teachings that you do actually have your own teachings that you do like to students. So do you think that is something that you would definitely want to have an effect on, like on students' academic performance or something?
In what they're learning in the class with me?
Yeah, do you think in some way that's going to help them with their academic performance, specifically maybe to us, just kind of talking about like, they're more centered and grounded so that pay more attention or...
100%, yes. That, for me, that is the goal of that class. And with any of the physical education or movement classes, really, it's a way for students, I think, to get some energy out, to pull their energy back in and to feel, like you're saying, a little bit more grounded, a little bit more centered, a little bit more focused when they're in more of their core classes, English, science, math, the classes where they need to be a little bit more, I think, self-regulated as far as their energy.
Oh,
so,
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so I think if we can get to that place, that would be a huge benefit for them. And to me, then they're practicing really the tenets of yoga outside of the yoga studio. They're really taking that into their life and seeing how it can benefit them in a lot of different ways, not just in the yoga studio.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah. So how would you say kind of the success rate of that is? Like, have you noticed like improvements, like specifically with maybe some people in our school that are a bit more hyper overactive, like other people or whatever?
I think some people more than others. Yes. Yeah. I always prompt my students after a class or to think about after class, notice how you are feeling as we start class and then notice the effects of what we did throughout your day so that they are tapping into that. And I often have students that will say even afterwards, oh my gosh, I feel so much better after class, after moving, after meditating. I feel more grounded. I feel more peaceful. I don't feel as distracted or I don't feel as stressed out or as anxious. So yes, I do think it is benefiting them.
That's very awesome. So I definitely like to hear that type of stuff from our teachers. Let's go! Yeah, Fusion, Fusion.
Go Fusion!
Go Fusion! Okay,
Love
awesome. So yeah, actually, if you couldn't tell, actually there are some cheerleaders like right beside the camera. You can't see them right now because they can't
invisible.
come on. It's not like they're invisible or anything. It's just that we can't show them. They're silent cheerleaders. So all of them are kind of like. Basically, their Helen Keller was like their teacher, like their lead teacher. So they basically just do silent cheerleading or whatever. So it's a special
Josh
type
taught them well.
Oh, Josh taught them. Yeah,
Taught them how to sign cheer.
Yes, yeah, ASL stuff. So yeah, that's basically what I would say. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, so and then let me think of one more question. I think running out of time here. But I would say probably, what is your favorite thing about working in Fusion?
My favorite thing about working in Fusion. It's kind of funny you're asking that. I was sort of thinking about that this morning, just about coming to work. And what popped into my head this morning was I work in the homework cafe several hours a week. So with other students and teachers often. And one of the things I find is my favorite thing about being here is, I know this is going to sound super corny. I don't mean it to sound corny. But I do kind of think we become a little bit of a family. Like we get to know each other on a more personal level here and feel free to just be ourselves. And I think that's pretty cool to be able to do that in your workspace.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I would definitely agree that it's amazing. I do think like we're a well-knit family and everything. Like there is like conflict is a super like rare thing if it ever would happen. So usually it may happen with a student or maybe two that are more kind of not as in the older grades or something. Yeah, so just kind of typical stuff. But yeah, so anyways, I would just like to hopefully we can get a big round of applause for Stephanie here. So I'm just gonna go and edit that in or something. So and yeah, so I think it's gonna be very awesome. And thank you, Stephanie, for being here and having me have you here for being a guest and all of that. So yeah.
Thank you, Leif, for having me on. I appreciate it. I was
No
looking
problem.
forward to it.
Yes, I know. It's very awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, that's basically it. So, anyways, that is about it for this segment, and let's continue back to the rest of the podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's just get straight into it. So, first of all, I have two screens here, so I'm just gonna go and do this. But let me just go quickly airdrop this to my phone because I can. And we should be ready. So
That is one of my favorite, I guess, features of Mac is the AirDrop. It's so convenient.
yes, I know, right? It is definitely the it is definitely
Like when Nevaeh would record in here, I would just AirDrop her recording to her phone.
exactly, yes. I know it's it's super easy. As you can see, that is the famous, not infamous, famous airdrop sound. You probably heard it through the mic. Boop, boop. And then I should be opening this up with files. Yeah, that should be it. I'll save. Nice, sick, awesome. Do these open? They do. Oh wow, cool. So we have awesome show planned for today. So let's just get straight into it. So let me just go and also get the Firefox new window from scratch here. So today we're going to be talking about some news. We're going to have some show and tell from me with my music and some other things. Stay tuned for this, my Polish and book I'm reading for English, Lord of the Flies. And then we have some awesome tour of the outside school, which I'm going to do. And we're just going to, show around some of the restaurants we have access to in the mini golf course. And that should be very fun. So we're kind of starting a bit late and we have 15 minutes. So let's just get into this. So, gotta get prepared. So we'll have that edited afterwards. So, anyways, we have some local Fusion student news. First of all, we're gonna get into it right now. So, just go and push this over here. In 2 weeks, actually, we are going to have our Halloween Spirit Week and just Halloween in general.
Halloween.
Yes. Lachlan, do you know exactly what day Halloween is on for this year?
Halloween will fall on Tuesday,
You know, the 31st. 31st? Oh, wow. That's
Halloween
the last
is
day.
on the 31st.
That's pretty cool. That is awesome. So I'm actually going to be showing this, amazing costume that I want to do. It's kind of like a precursor show and tell thing. Well, let's just go and look it up. So switching over to my view here. Right here, I'm thinking of getting a onesie, probably going to, I'm serious. And it's going to be a Jake the Dog onesie, so I'm very excited to do that. It's very cool, as you can see right here. It's $50, but I have the money. And this one right here does not necessarily have a price, which this is the one that I want. So I don't know if it's probably CO buying options. This is like a Korean thing right here, so... I'm always happy to buy from my fellow Koreans, the people who really do hard work with protesting or whatever and all that stuff that they're doing. Look at that. So $45 plus tax, pretty nice. Amazing. So it is pretty cool. I can't wait to wear it around school. As you can see, it also has some fluffy little, comfortable probably. Yeah, some little footsies, like slipper things. So I'm very excited to wear that. And this little BMO hat. Awesome. So, also, apparently, our district vice president, and Lachlan, do you want to go and quickly take away, do you think, what states does the district vice president, you know what that means? Chicago?
So, yeah, we would be following into a kind of Midwest North, right?
Oh,
and there
yeah,
would be
of
a
course.
South Midwest, and then there would be a West Southwest, and then that'd be California. So we're definitely following into this kind of Midwest North, which would probably include Chicago, Milwaukee, or Madison, and maybe even some stuff down into Missouri and Idaho, or Iowa, I mean.
Oh, that's pretty nice. That's awesome. Yes, I would say that is definitely something that's pretty interesting. I'm not sure, we're not sure why they're here. Also, by the way, Braden is not joining us today. He's too tired. That's totally fine. But yeah, so anyways, I probably should have good position away from the mic. So anyways, we're also going to be covering, oh yeah, so yesterday it was Raj's birthday, so shout out to Raj. We might have like a picture of him and me, we're like in a Snapchat filter, so it's actually kind of cool that, right, we're both disguised. That's pretty funny now I think about it. So if I get permission from him or his parents or something, maybe they want to go and show him on the podcast or whatever, and it's a fun picture, we're having a lot of fun. We might be able to even show you some evidence of it, and I'm pretty sure we do have some like pictures of the donuts, so I'll put those in post.
Pretty fantastic donuts.
It is definitely very, very fantastic donuts. They were good, but I couldn't eat them because I'm gluten-free. Anyways, that's fine. So if I do all my homework today, I'm going to go bake cookies for myself to get myself a reward system going, actually. So yeah.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So then now we're going to go to some nationwide Fusion student news. So if I go here, we're going to go to the link, actually. I'll just open this thing up. I'll just go and copy it, actually, and paste it into Firefox. Also Firefox čia, dołączę Firefox čia. Będę kopić dołączę I wkliknę Firefox čia. So actually some pretty interesting news. I really do like our school, and by the following news that I'm about to share, you're actually going to see that whatever it's called, you're going to see that our school is definitely very oriented with mental health and stuff like that. But recently, in this Yahoo Finance article, Fusion Academy title, Fusion Academy hosts free virtual college week to help students and families plan and prepare for college. So basically what this is, it is a program, and it's designed, it's kind of Zoom program, but I do believe they're probably going to have online publicly available resources, or maybe like privately available, probably actually, behind the login portals for all student members, all students, or all Fusion students and Fusion student parents. You have access to the Zoom calls, which are all available on the URL, fusionacademy.com/admissions/national-events. Again, that's fusionacademy.com/admissions/national-events. And if you go there, which we will go there right now, we will go and see here. Oh, hold up, I just have a bit of a plugin issue there. But basically what this whole thing is about is that if some of you didn't know, or maybe aren't even really thinking about it, but college admissions are definitely, filling all of the paperwork and, the welcome letter. It can definitely be a daunting task if you haven't had experience with that before. I am an Eagle Scout, don't have weird, but I am an Eagle Scout. I've definitely had a lot of experience with paperwork, doing negotiations, making, actual welcome letters and introducing myself and all this other things from, Boy Scouts and leadership programs I've been a part of. So I think it might come off to me a bit more naturally, but for a lot of students, probably me too, it can definitely be a daunting task, and it kind of can be confusing. It can be confusing. And yeah, so, if you're going to say something.
A lot of it, you have to fill out like a financial form, like just to prove that you can pay for the college. And if you can't, then they offer you federal student aid and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You have to write an introductory letter describing yourself and what you would bring to the school as a member of the community. And that's very daunting. Like, I can talk about many different people, but when I have to talk about myself and make myself sound great, I struggle with that, because there is a level of humility involved. So you want to write hey, I'm the greatest student ever, you should totally accept me, but you can't do that.
Yes, it's kind of difficult. So I see, man. Yeah, I can definitely see how that could be something.
But I remember, it's 8-9-page application. Your parents have to fill out a section about what their job is and all that kind of stuff. It's it's a lot involved, and you're kind of wondering sometimes at the end, does this college need this information?
Yeah.
Can't you just take it on word that my parents have jobs. But,
Yeah,
you know.
I see what you mean. Yeah, it's definitely tricky with that stuff. But just to reiterate over a bit more, what you're actually going to be getting into, so we can give some more information about this. So this is the amount of information. So it's talking about the amount of information and required forms like applications that you make, and also writing this whole welcome letter is a lot of paperwork, time consuming for students, and their parents for college admissions. So Fusion is creating a resource catalog and hosting Zoom conferences as a part of their many events that they host. For students and parents to clear the air, and quote from the Yahoo Finance article, keeping students and families ahead of these changes that are happening. Kind of like, just, catching you guys up, kind of like a For Dummies guide almost by Fusion, or like a book, For Dummies book on the college admission stuff. It's kind of what I'm picking up. Again, it's called the Virtual College Week, and starts the first section or meeting of it. There's multiple meetings and chapters of it, if you will. They start on October 2nd, and which just happened recently. It's actually October 17th now, but they're all pre-recorded, they're probably recorded. The first event is about mental health in relation to dealing with college admissions for students. So mental health, specifically, it's anxiety. The following one after that on October 3rd was about transitioning from high school to college, and say to college, but it's to college for neurodivergent students. So do you know neurodivergent? Does that just mean kind of?
Probably like different ways of thinking.
Oh.
Some people are analytical, some people are more.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe, something like that. It's definitely awesome. So fusionacademy.com/admissions/national-events. Here's a quote from the Director of Post-Secondary Counseling. "We are devoted to keeping students and families ahead of these changes and making sure they have a personalized college plan. We handpicked world-class speakers to help families navigate these new changes." So quite an amazing, awesome, thing. Lachlan, did you have some world news you wanted to share?
I am a little concerned about what is happening over in Israel with the Gaza confrontation. Not that it was just, Israel, like over 100 Americans have been taken as prisoner and captured. That presents a lot of difficulty in, making sure that we have the right kinds of things, or the army and the military and our governments have the right necessary information to make sure those people get back safe. And my personal opinion, it just seems kind of dumb. It's like you're a mouse and you just bit a tiger. Yeah. And you're like, yeah, we got you. And, the tiger is loose now, so good luck.
Hey, second one. Okay, now we're back with the audio again. Now I'm just going to go and do some show and tell on some of my music that I have, so I did not pre-test this. Sick, awesome. So here's some of the music that I have working on.
Are you actually recording your screen right there so they can see the ins and outs? Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So right here, got the mixer, something pretty cool. Let's just go and check out some of my other kind of stuff I've been working on. I'm actually going to be going and also doing some beats and actually rapping over my music. So I actually have a SoundCloud if you want to go check it out. And BeatStars, soundcloud.com/LafeWorld. That's my producer stuff or whatever. Use FL, Logic, and stuff like that as we're using it now. And our podcast is about to be done in a couple minutes too. Let's just go and check that out. So these are some of the beats that I have. Just wanted to show and tell them. Pretty nice. Come on, FL, load up. But anyways, so that's some of my stuff.
Like, I remember just a couple weeks back, you were working on like number 6 ago. You're like on 30.
Oh, for what do you mean?
Are you like a beat a day?
Yeah, so I have been doing that. I've kind of been having some trouble outside of school recently.
That's a great. I mean, the amount of time you work at it.
If you want to hear the beat too, by the way. so that's one of my things. Do you have my charger, actually? Do you think you have my charger? You can plug in my laptop quickly. You could go in. I need a new computer, so you could go plug this into the mixer so I can have for the lag free. Oh, sick, awesome. Alright, cool. Amazing.
No, it'll have to go into the mixer.
Ah, that's okay. There we go. Oh, yeah, do that way. That's better. Awesome. So here are some of my things. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm like having fun, like making all. So pretty nice. I can show probably like 2 more beats right here. We can go and check this one out. That rendered audio file was not the best, I'd probably say. So it's pretty cool. We can go check this out, and then we'll probably just again just do this one. One more for the road. And meanwhile that's loading up, I actually just want to show and tell some, or like a couple other things too as well. So right here I have my Polish cards. To jest mój wszystki, a teraz I to jest co zrobię to I wszystkie dzisiaj, I to jest dlaczego. Oglądasz to wszystkie, and anyways, so mówię po polsku, mówię dobrze po polsku, to jest dlaczego mówię po polsku, to jest, ponieważ mam jeden, and puts subtitles right here, mam jeden przyjaciela z Polski, and I met her through Minecraft, amazing, actually, so it's pretty cool. So right here, so mamy to wszystkie, mamy to białe wszystkie, so it's żare pismo na to. And right here you can see we have babcia. So let's see what this one is. It's just grandfather. So babcia jest grandfather po polsku I but actually spilled some water on that one. So żona to jest po angielsku I wife, yes. Żona jest wife. Yeah, mąż or mąż jest, przepraszam, jest husband right there. So we can see we have the husband card. And then we also have a couple other ones. Justras is pretty obvious. It's sister. It's pretty cool. Brat to jest brother po angielsku. It is brat. To jest brat. To jest to prawda. To jest prawda. Że to prawda. I to jest, okay, so wiem, so to opowiedzieć, to wszystkie jest, or wszystkie jest, to jest ojciec I, or I forgot, tata, ojciec, tatuś, and grandfather, nie pamiętam co to było. And yeah, so it's pretty nice. And just gonna play one more beat quickly. We're over time right now. And yeah, that's basically it. Sorry, we could have had more airtime. We have 19 minutes actually. That's pretty good. But thank you for coming to this podcast. I'm actually gonna go have some outro music. So without further ado, let's go and play it, having it not be too loud. Playing the song. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm playing these guitars every day in the music studio. Yeah, it's crazy. Now I'm trying to get this rodeo. Got these raps every day. Got 7 syllables every sentence. Now I'm trying to go in on some my sentence. Got people in this freaking crib. Yeah, I cook up in the kitchen with some granola bars. Yeah, I got nutrition every day. That's why I got some people behind bars. Yeah, I got new cars. Yeah, trying to get never size. Yeah, flow spread so fast. Yeah. Can I get the mic quickly? Mic drop.